Okay, I thought I'd do a quick video about my vanilla since I've had so many people asking. So these are my jars of vanilla. I've got several in types of beans as well as types of alcohol just to try different things, and they smell so good. But so good. So I typically smell the lid to get an idea, but most of these are newer. Like these I started in May and June. This one I started in August. This one is a year old almost, but the alcohol I used for this is a higher grade alcohol, higher proof, and I won't do that again because it takes longer and it dries out the bean, so you can't use the bean. So the process is you order your beans, you buy your alcohol, and typically vodka is a great starting alcohol, very easy, simple, and it turns out great. So Tito's is a common, really popular brand. This one is comparable to Tito's, but it's local. It's a Houston one. So I got it where Tito's is Austin. I think it's Austin anyways. And then I've started using different kinds of rums. I have a gold rum and a white rum that I'm using. And this one that I used was Everclear, which is like 95% alcohol. So which is too high. You want like a 70 to 80 proof, which is a 40 to a 35 to 45 or 40% alcohol content. So these are the beans I recently got. This is just to give you an idea of how many beans are in an ounce. This is, oops, I teared it. This is 1 ounce of beans. These are Madagascar beans, and there's, I think, 10 beans in here. These aren't really plump beans, but they were just mailed to me, so they need to be put in alcohol right away and they'll plump up in there. But to give you an idea, prices right now are super low on beans. They haven't been in this co-op that I'm a part of. I paid $10 an ounce for these, which is super cheap. When I first started this, they were like $25 an ounce, and they have an open order right now that's $13 an ounce, which is still a good price. So, and one of the other things you need to know is the alcohol to bean ratio. A good rule of thumb is 1 cup, every cup of alcohol, you want 1 ounce of beans. So, there's a chart in the co-op that gives you a more exact ratio, which it's like 3.5 ounces to 1 liter. So, and this is a liter of alcohol. And as far as storage, I use jars just because they're easy. I can use the beans if I want, like if I'm making a pudding or a cream pie or whipped cream or something, that I want to put the caviar, which is the inside gooey deliciousness seeds of the bean, in something I can, and then I put the bean back in there and it works great. Whereas you could just put them in your bottle of alcohol that you buy, but it's really hard to get the bean out. So I don't, other than that, you put the beans in there, you put the alcohol in there. So, and then you let it sit for a year to 1.5 years or longer. The longer it sits, the better it gets. And the longer it sits, the less alcohol smell it is. Like this one that I did in May, it's starting to smell really good, but it still has a strong alcohol smell. So it's not ready. And I typically open them up and shake them every so often. Just 1, I like to see where they are, and 2, that helps the process along. And it's really popular to use a sous vide. So you put the jar in the sous vide, and it heats it up slowly at a very precise temperature for, you know, like a couple of days, 48 hours or something. And that's supposed to speed up the process a little bit by like a month or so. I have never done that. I don't have a sous vide, but I'm totally okay with, I mean, I'm not worried about it. So, and it's just fun to try different types of beans and different alcohols and get different flavors. So, and you can do, this is when you do what the ratio, bean to alcohol ratio that I mentioned, the like 1 cup to 1 ounce, that is called single fold. You can do more than that. You can do double fold, triple fold, or higher, but I mean, obviously that gets pricey. So if you have any questions, I'm open. I'm not an expert by any means, but I have been learning about this for the last several years, and I think it's fun. So yeah.